Hey HCG family, it's Mimi. I haven't checked in for a while, so was going to let you know what's going on. I think the last time I checked in was, I think I checked in on my 4th and 5th day. Hold on, wait for it. Yes, I did my very low calorie day 4 and day 5. And I forgot to mention on the day 4, the day before that is when I had that ground round. You guys make me sneeze for some reason. Somebody must have a cat. Anyway, I forgot to tell you, remember I was concerned about that hamburger that I ate, that it was supposed to be really lean, but I could feel like the grease on it. And so I was kind of concerned about how that was going to turn out. But I woke up the next day with a 1 pound release. So I was very glad. If it would have been just a 0.2 or whatever, I would have been fine with that too. Scale, as long as the scale goes down. So let me look back here at my days. Since I did 4 and 5. The 5 was the day I had the hamburger. That day I woke up with that 1 point release. Very low calorie day 6. Well, let me tell you, because I like to kind of hear what people eat. See, on very low calorie day 5, I had that hamburger the day before. The next day, I had a really bad headache. And let's see, I had a cup of coffee, apple, cottage cheese with my tomato, onion, and apple cider vinegar. My meal too was also cottage cheese and tomato and apple cider vinegar. I didn't feel like cooking anything, but I actually did start feeling a little bit better. The next day, very low calorie day 6, I woke up to a 0.4 release. And that day I had, let's see, the meal was apple, coffee, water with lemon, 100 grams of chicken, and the chopped chard and the onions and the tomato and onions. And I went for a ride on the motorcycle. I was kind of concerned about going for a ride because I kind of really, I swell up. But it wasn't so bad. The very low calorie 7, which was Sunday, I woke up to a 0.8 release. Meal was same as the day that I had the day before, which was the chicken and the chard that I had made, and some tomato and onion and the lemon water. So that brings us to Monday. Monday I went to the zoo. I woke up Monday with a 0.4 release. And for dinner the night before, I had made this beef tenderloin that we had got, I don't know, a few months ago, and I kind of sliced the tenderloin up and I put it in individual bags, and I thought I'd actually weighed it out and froze it to half, but I found out after it thawed out, because I had laid it on top of some cabbage with a little bit of fat-free chicken broth and some spices, and when it started thawing, I could see it was more tenderloin that was actually in there. So anyway, let that cook up and put some tomato paste in it and probably about a fourth of a cup of those chopped tomatoes that were left over that I had made with the hamburger, the ground beef. I poured that in there and put a bunch of spices, and that's what I took to the zoo. So I ate that. I just had that. I took an apple with me. I didn't eat it. I did have 2 cups of coffee with cream. And let's see. When we came home last night, I was like really swollen. Did a lot of walking, and didn't get as much of the water in that I normally get in. But I did have the 2 cups of coffee, and it was good because it was cool. It was absolutely beautiful yesterday. I think it went up to like 72, but in the morning it was very, very chilly. So when I came home yesterday, I wasn't really that hungry. We ate about 1, so I got home and it was probably about, let's see, the zoo closed at 5, so it was about 5:30, quarter till 6 when we got home. And my husband was like hungry. I wasn't really that hungry, but I knew I needed to get water in. So I immediately started drinking water. So I gulped down about 4 glasses of water, no ice, nothing, just water. Slurped that down. And of course I wasn't feeling, too hungry after drinking all the water. So my husband was going to make nachos for him to eat. And I said, you know what? I said, if I'm going to wait a few minutes, and if I'm hungry or feeling a little bit hungry and not real, that starved feeling, then I'm just going to eat an apple. And then I'm going to eat that apple, and I'm going to see how that feels. And then if I have that gnawing feeling, then I'll go ahead and maybe eat some cottage cheese. So I drank the water, got the apple, I guess about, it was like almost like 9 o'clock. I got the apple, put a little bit, just cut it up, put some salt and a little bit of cinnamon on it. And I ate that, and it was probably like 9:30. A matter of fact, I didn't even finish it and thought I had, and got distracted and went in there and took my HCG. I do sublingual. And so I come back and I look and I thought, well, I didn't even finish all my apples. So I finished up the rest of that, and that was it. Drank a little bit of water. I took a couple of magnesium citrate with calcium it has in it. I'm trying to think if I did go to the bathroom yesterday in the morning. I wanted to drink coffee and make sure I go to the restroom. I think I did, but I went ahead and took some more of that, and should have took some potassium also, because of course I drank all that water, so I was just peeing. Then I ate that apple, and then started peeing more. So I woke up in the middle of the night with Charlie horses in my legs and had to get up and take potassium. But anyway, after that, that's all I ate. I didn't eat any cottage cheese, and I got up today with a 1.2 release. So far, I've been on this for 9 days, and I'm 9 pounds gone, and that is counting my load weight. And I count weight. Whether I gained it or whatever, I count if I lose on my loading days, I'll count that loss. I'm going to do the same as count whatever I had gained loading, which really wasn't too much. So anyway, so 9 pounds in 9 days. So kind of all evens out. Just keep drinking my water and still pop, except I mix my vegetables. And as I was thinking about it today, because I was thinking about going mop after the 20 days and do the rest of the protocol, you know what? I don't know. I'll have to see about that. I just curious to see. Also, too, something that I noticed is my HCG. I started mixing HCG differently because I do sublingual. I started mixing it differently when all that stuff went about. It's what you should mix the HCG is with that water, like the water that comes with it, and then, you're not supposed to use that, but I was actually using that little bit of water and putting in there, mixing it. But back in the day when I first started, did my first round in 2010, I had watched a video of somebody that was mixing it with vodka. And so I told my husband this time I want to go back and do that. And it seemed like I did well. I felt good. It helped with, I didn't have the appetite problems. So this time, because I have 5,000 IUs is what I had ordered, I actually mixed it with 10 milligrams of vodka and 5 milligrams of distilled water. And that's what I'm using. And before I used the watermelon vodka, but this time was just the straight up vodka, and it kind of burns a little bit under your tongue. And it seems like to me that it's lasted longer. I mean, I think might have to mix it because I wasted a lot of it testing it. But I'm going to stick with that recipe. I think the last time I had done it, I had used the colloidal silver and the distilled water. And I don't think it helped. It didn't work as well for me. So you can take that for whatever it is. All right. I will see you all later. Have a good day. And a big hug to my ACG family.